For the third year, an event called Battleborn Bronx is coming to Fallon, Nevada, the Rafter 3C Arena in Fallon, Nevada. Joining us is Darcie Spero, who is the lady who is the driving force behind putting this thing all together. Darcie, welcome. You are getting ready to have what I think is going to be a great Tuesday night. It's an interesting night for an event, but if you think about it, right ahead of the Reno Rodeo, a great Tuesday night there in Fallon. Welcome. I'm so proud to be a part of this thing.
Thank you, Steve. I love having you there. It's always a good time.
Yeah, it really is. I have looked at the contestant list. I haven't looked at the matchup with livestock yet, but basically every single great bareback rider and saddle bronc rider in pro rodeo is going to be there, including the return of Stetson Wright, it looks like, huh?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's pretty exciting. We should be getting the draw today, so I'm excited to see what everybody got.
Tell me about how you reach out to the community and what you guys do, because it's a Tuesday night bareback and saddle bronc riding, but all day Monday is maybe as big a part of how this all works, I think, Darcie, as everything that we do during the bronc riding and the bareback riding on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's almost like Monday's going to be a full day of Monday's going to be a full day this year. We used to just do the camp there at the arena, but we decided last year at our auction that we had outgrown the spot that we were having it at. And so I realized that we needed to keep everything right there at the arena. We have a lot of families that hang out all day long and want to be a part of that welcome party in the evening. So we decided to go ahead and do the camp all day. So the kids check in around 8:30 in the morning. The camp runs from 9 till about 4. The camp's a great event on its own, but then we turn it into a welcome party that night. We've got Jake Jacobson, who's coming to play music that night. We've got an auction to benefit the Trenton Montero Foundation. And we auction off all the cowboys that night as well in our Calcutta. So it's going to be a really, really fun day all day on Monday. Then we hook the guys up, the contestants and the sponsors that want to go out and golf at the Fallon Golf Course. They're kind of our hosts out there. So that's really fun for them. And then we do the main event on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Go ahead, Darcie. I interrupted you. Keep going.
Oh, I was just going to say, and the reason for the Tuesday night was to, like you said, we start off sort of the Reno Rodeo Week and the Rodeo Week in Fallon. So Monday, Tuesday is our event. Then Wednesday night, the Reno Rodeo has their concert. Then Thursday night is their Extreme Bulls. Their first perf is Friday. So it just sort of is seamless that way.
Darcie, let me ask you about a couple of things I want you to elaborate a little bit, if you can, on a couple of things. There is an auction for the Trenton Montero Foundation. We're not in Trenton's home country in Fallon, but we're darn close to it. This is, I mean, he was from Nevada and competed there in each of the first 2 years of the Battleborn Bronx. I've got to imagine that is going to be something that is going to be very special to a lot of people there in Fallon.
I think it is. Him being from Nevada and having so many, connections to the Monteros over the years, I think it's going to be a really good thing. We had an original painting done that I used for the poster this year. And so we'll auction off that original painting along with a lot of other things. People have been really generous to donate to the Trenton auction this year. And then we're still collecting auction items too. If anybody wants to bring something, a lot of signed things, a lot of, autographed things, a lot of really, really good things to auction off that night for him. So
you talked about the school, and my plane's going to be landing while the school's going on this year, but I've come down and watched the last 2 years. Young men and young women, actually, learning how to ride broncs, learning how to ride bareback horses, and having the opportunity to get face-to-face with Kai Hamilton was even there talking about bull riding, I remember last year, but to get face-to-face with Stetson Wright and Cade Bruno and Mitch Pollock and the guys that were there in the bareback riding last year. That school is really a big deal. It's an all-day event. I just think that school is maybe one of the most important parts of the whole week.
It's really fun. And our mayor at the city of Fallon, Ken Tedford, is really, really supportive of us and the event. And he really, really loves to do things for kids. So I thought that we needed to make sure that we really take the camp seriously and do some good stuff for kids. This year, I have Champion Living Fitness. Logan is going to be here with us, sort of running the camp. Natasha's from Champion Living Fitness is going to be here as well. And then Cody Custer is going to be here helping us, which is amazing. The the advanced part of the camp is for the more, that we kind of let the littler kids stay just to kind of give them a taste of what the events are like. And then after lunch, they kind of lose interest, and then we can focus a little bit more on the kids that have more experience. So yeah, it's a really cool thing. We get to feed them lunch and give them, all the swag, and our community really supports that. The camp has really grown, and yeah, I'm proud of it.
Tell me about, do you know which ones of the guys are going to be helping out yet? Do you know who's going to be teaching, who's going to be instructing? Because I think the guys really get a kick out of it too.
They do. I've had a lot of guys reach out and say that they want to come, but it depends on the, where they're coming from and other things. So Bronk Marriott, I know for sure, is coming. I'm just waiting for a few calls back from a couple of the other Logan's kind of organizing all that. So
got it.
Hopefully Stetson will be here. He's been here the first 2 years. Justin, I know, talked about coming back, Justin Woodward, just to be around and help. So hopefully those guys can make it.
Yeah, I hope so. It's really been a good thing to have a chance to watch. The community gets to come watch all of that. You've got food trucks and You've really tried to do this thing upright. You've really tried to make this a special event in a beautiful, reasonably new arena for the city of Fallon.
Yeah. This year, yeah, I'm glad you said that about the vendors, the food trucks, the bars, everything will be open. Everything's open to the public on Monday. So people can come in all day long, shop, get food, watch the camp. I didn't realize how many people would be hanging out watching the camp last year. Mm-hmm. And that kind of just was like a light bulb moment. It's like, oh, duh, get the vendors in there, earlier, and let them have a chance to make more money, and let people come in and shop and enjoy the spot.
Are there still some tickets available? I know you've got a big VIP area you've got filled up, and we've had great crowds both years. What if folks need to know if they want to come Tuesday night and watch one of the best bareback riding and saddle bronc riding events of the year?
Yeah, so you can go to battlebornbroncs.com, and it'll take you to our ticket link through Rodeo Ticket, and that's really the only way to get tickets. I wanted to make sure that everybody knows, because there's so many scams out there. I think there were $81 tickets floating around out there, which obviously are not tickets. So make sure you just go to battlebornbroncs.com, click on there. They're $30, $15 for kids. And then if there are any left over, if we have any spots left at the door, they'll be cash only. So.
Yeah. This has been you didn't plan it this way, Darcie. This has been a showcase for the best young guys in pro rodeo over the last 2 years. Rocker Steiner was the very first bareback riding champion. Damian Brennan was a big winner, and we know what he's gotten done now. Lefty Holman, obviously, has got deep roots in that part of the world. He won the bronc riding last year. This has been a real showcase for young rising superstars, and I just can't wait to see what's going to happen this year.
Yeah, Bradley Miller was brand new last year. Yeah. Battleborn Broncs was the first place I met Bradley, and yeah, it's been really cool to watch those guys just starting out and winning what they're winning. It's pretty cool.
Bradley's story was interesting. He won the bareback riding while he was competing at the college finals. Yes. And literally made 12-hour each way drives from Casper, Wyoming to Fallon, Nevada, or whatever it was, 12-hour round trip, whatever it is, so he could get back and forth. But he made it worth it. He won, I don't know, $7,000-$8,000, something like that. I forget the exact paycheck, but
yeah, it's right at $8,000.
Yeah,
to win it.
It was
and
amazing.
I think it, I was talking to Mitch the other day about it. I think he was 6th or 8th with a 86 or 85 and a half or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some good rides for sure. It's really cool to watch.
Good rides, 3-stock contractors. and most of the top 30 in the world standings, both in the bareback riding and the saddle bronc riding, will be there. My buddy Scott Grover's there to announce it with me, and I'm thrilled to have a chance to work alongside Scott. Darcie, I know you've got a lot to do. I promised I'd keep this short. I just can't wait to get to Fallon and see you next week and see how 2024 comes together.
I know it's going to be so fun. I'm excited for everybody to get there early on Monday, and everybody starts coming in on Sunday night, and it just seems like this little party we're having is getting a longer and longer all the time. It's a really fun time in Fallon. So I appreciate you talking to me about it.
Battlebornbronx.com is the website. Darcie Spero, thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve.